Alright y'all, so I have down all the plants that I want to repot for now, and I'll show you a few of them that I brought down from my green room. Not that many, but I'll be potting more as the week goes on. I just wanted to get these few because they're the larger ones out of the way, and then start working on all the smaller ones. So I'll show you what I have. I have my peperomia here. I have my monstera. And as y'all can see, this has been long overdue for this monstera. It's really grown out. I have a cactus plant here that's been doing pretty well. This was actually a much larger plant that was given to me from somebody from the community, and I took a piece of it off and started regrowing another one. So that's that cactus from there, and we all know what this is. I'm growing them together. And then my last baby is my fiddler leaf fig. I've been really struggling with this one, but trying to maintain it. If you know anything about fiddler leaf figs, you know that they are very finicky plants, and I want to try to recreate the environment as much as possible for it. But hopefully I don't really shock it too much when I change location, because that's what can happen with these a lot. With the fiddler leaf fig, if you do a lot of changing of location, environment, and temperature, it can really affect the plant, and a lot of times you'll see it die off, the leaves will die off and things like that. So I'm hoping not to disturb it too much. I might have a little bit of shock and a few leaves fall off, but I hope it over time comes back. And I have a high ceiling in my living room and dining room area, so I know it can grow pretty tall, but I really hope I don't disturb it too much. But I'll give y'all updates as things go on. I'm going to show y'all as I go through the process of repotting all these plants. I know I'm going to have a little bit of issue with the fiddler because it's so big, but we'll see how we do. All right, y'all, come on. Now that I have all my tools and materials, it's time to start mixing my ingredients. To mix my soil, I'm going to be using a spade shovel to do more like large scale and more heavy duty mixing. Next, I'm going to be using my trusty hand trowel to get into those corners and spaces that my shovel can't reach, and also to add soil into my pots when I transplant later. Remember to always sanitize your tools with 70% in alcohol and alcohol spray. You can get that from a Lowe's or a Home Depot, or you can sanitize your tools by just putting them into a bucket with some bleach. Let them mix around for a little bit, rinse them off, let them dry in the sun, and you should be good. And remember, you always want to sanitize your tools before and after every use. Even if it is your home garden or inside of your home, you never know what type of bacteria or disease you might be spreading amongst all your plants, and you don't want to spread that around and kill everything. The first thing I'm going to use is the Miracle Grow potting mix. You can usually find these for about $2 to $3 a bag. The next bag I'm using is the Harvest Organics brand. This is still usually about $2 to $3 a bag, no more than $5. And I like this brand because it has a lot more organic materials inside of the bag as well. And you can use this indoors as well as outdoors, and it helps with vegetables, fruits, flowers, everything. Now for my cactus and my succulents that I have in the house, I'm going with the cactus, palm, and citrus potting mix from Miracle Grow. And I'm going to mix that with the Harvest Organics. Earthworm castings or vermiculite are like at the top of my list in terms of dry fertilizers that I like to use. They're a slow release, and they usually help with root development. They provide nutrients as your plant grows and the root starts to develop over time. Next up is bone meal, and that's exactly what it is, dry bones. Dried fish bones to be exact. You'll find these in many different varieties, from fruit to flour to tomato to blueberry. They have many different specific varieties as well as pH levels. And these can range from $5 to $20 depending on the size you get. All of these can be found at your local Lowe's or Home Depot, and I'm going to link them in the description below. Now it's time to add the dry fertilizers, and as you can see, I'm doing it by hand or doing it by eye for the most part. And that's because I'm familiar with it, I'm used to doing it. But when you're doing this, always go by the prescribed amounts that they have on the back, because if you add too much, you can burn out the roots. So just be mindful of that. Always use the prescribed amounts that you see located on the back of every fertilizer that you use. Now it's time to transplant. And to make it easier for me, I'm going to use the plant inside of the old pot as a guide to determine the depth and the width in which the plant needs to go into the pot. That makes it so much easier and avoids a lot of that legwork. Once you've got the right placement, just add your soil, water, and you're all good. here's the final product. Here are my clippings that I have in some water. And then here's my newly potted plants. I hope y'all have enjoyed watching me transform my space and repot. And for more tips and tutorials, just go to my website, MikeTheUniversalArtist.com, and subscribe today. Just go to the Mike the Farmer link and subscribe to the content you want to see. Thanks for watching.